Flying with a guide dog. Hi, I'm Nicole, and this is my guide dog Figaro. People ask how I fly with my guide dog, so I thought I'd try to show you. Sometimes I travel alone, other times I'm with my husband, or my husband and 2 kids. When I'm flying with Figaro and it's early in the day, I will fast his morning meal, allow minimal water, and relieve him immediately before entering the airport to ensure that he does not need to relieve once we've gone through security. The video is showing Figaro guiding me through the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport and going to the TSA checkpoint. I typically use TSA Cares, a service provided by the TSA for people with disabilities, medical conditions, and other special circumstances to help passengers have a less stressful and more smooth experience going through security. I did not have TSA Cares set up for this trip, but I recommend it to almost everyone. I wanted to show the TSA security process with a guide dog, but they request no video. When we go through security, I load my items into the bins on the conveyor belt. We only go through the metal detector. Figaro wears his harness through security. I approach the metal detector, place Fig in a sit stay, make a long leash without clipping the leash clasp to the ring, and make a fist around the metal clasp. I walk through the metal detector and then turn to face Figaro. I call Figaro through the metal detector and his harness or leash will alarm. The TSA agent will pat down Figaro and swab my hands. Once both things are done, we're able to grab our belongings off the conveyor belt and head to get snacks and to our gate. This clip shows Figaro guiding me down the jetway to board the airplane. When we get to the airplane door, I have him heel instead of guide because of the limited space. I didn't know what seats we had, so the flight attendant who greeted us read the seat number for me. Typically, when Figaro and I fly alone, I will count rows until I suspect I'm near the correct row, and then have a sighted person, most often a flight attendant, but sometimes another passenger, make sure I've located the correct row and seat.
A and B.
It's A and B, okay. Here we are walking down the aisle to our seats. Figaro is still walking with his leash. I am not holding his harness handle. I choose to do that largely due to the minimal space in the aisle. Fig, let's take off your...
Push that up against the wall.
When we get to our seat, I remove Figaro's harness and place it in the overhead storage. Then I sit in my seat first. Okay, Fig, come. Before bringing Figaro in to first sit in front of me and then go into a down with his bottom under the seat in front of me. And down. Oh, good boy. It seems like it would be impossible to put a 70-pound dog under an airplane seat, but he somehow manages to fit most of his body under there. His head and front paws are typically between my feet as he sleeps through the duration of the flight. Once in a while, he'll wake up and check in by sitting up and putting his head in my lap, asking for attention. Here we are taking off, and to be honest, Figaro is better at flying than I am. I have moderate to severe generalized anxiety disorder, and flying, especially when I've not flown frequently, is definitely challenging for me. Not because I'm blind, but because of my anxiety. Here we're shown landing. Takeoff and getting to our cruising elevation is most stressful for me, and I have a hard time with turbulence. But Figaro isn't bothered by any of those things. I actually love landing, and it doesn't bother me at all, but I notice that when we're landing, Figaro gets a little restless, maybe because he senses that we're preparing to leave the airplane.
Yeah, he's glad to get off here.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
I use his leash again as we leave the airplane. We get onto the jetway, and I take his harness handle and he guides me up the jetway to the airport. My husband also went ahead of us, so I ask Figaro to find him when we get into the airport. My husband is Fig's favorite person, so he's always eager to find him in a store or wherever we are, whether I ask him to or not. Fig guides me to the train that we have to take to get to the baggage claim. We also take one of the tallest escalators I've ever been on. People often ask what the boots I have hooked to his harness are for. On escalators, Figaro wears his 2 rear Rough Trex Grip Trex boots to keep his paws safe. This clip shows Figaro on the train looking up at me. Here I ask Figaro to find the escalator. Find the escalator. Oh, good boy. Heel. Yeah, find the giant escalator. Wait. Ready? Ready? Let's go! Oh, good boy! I hope you all have found this video interesting, and if you have any questions, I hope you'll put them down in the comments below. I hope this video was helpful in understanding how a blind person flies with a guide dog. Forward! Good boy! As we get to baggage claim on this trip and wrap up this video, I want to thank you for watching and welcome you to join us if you're interested in learning more about blindness, guide dogs, or if you're a mom like me and share interests in cleaning, crafting, and DIY projects. We're on all social media channels at The Blind Mom Next Door. Until next time.